Welcome back to Plot Coven. In our last episode, we saw the Ashford Twins, two people born in a lab, engineered for perfection and greatness, but destroyed by their own toxic bloodline. Today, we are looking at the ultimate shadow, the Redfields. I am Gilda, and this is Plot Coven. To understand Chris and Claire and to know why are they so close, you have to look past the guns and the monsters. You have to go back to the American Midwest. Long before the helicopters and the T-virus, they were just two kids who lost everything. Their parents died in a tragic accident when they were young, leaving an orphaned Chris to essentially raise his little sister, Claire. This was not a family built on a billion-dollar company or ancient viruses. It was built on survival. While other kids were living normal lives, Chris was giving a sense of Midwestern grit in Claire. He was not just a brother, he was her protector, her teacher, and eventually her partner in a war they never asked for. Think about the dynamic here. Chris was seeing things in the stars lab that he could not even explain. He felt the darkness growing. He taught Claire how to strip a handgun, how to handle a tactical knife, and how to stay calm when the adrenaline hits. He thought he was teaching her self-defense. Well, he did not realize that he was training a survivor for the end of the world.
Barely.
Stay paranoid, because today we find out how those two orphans will become Umbrella's greatest mistake. Let's talk about who these two people were before the world started to rot. Chris Redfield, he was a man who could not stand a bully. Born in 1973, he eventually joined the US Air Force, becoming a top-tier pilot and a master marksman. But Chris had a problem with authority, especially corrupt authority.
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not.
He was eventually discharged because he would not compromise his morals. That's when Barry Burton scouted him for STAR's Alpha team in Raccoon City. Then there's Claire Redfield.
Hello. Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Wait! Don't Don't shoot!
Get down!
Born in 1979, she was a college student with a soul for the open road. She loved motorcycles, grease, and engineering. Yep. But her extracurricular education was different. Every time she visited Chris, he could not just take her to dinner. He took her to the firing range. He did not realize he was training a survivor for the apocalypse. This brings us to the summer of 1998. The Spencer Mansion incident just had happened. Chris saw his friends eating alive and he knew Umbrella was just getting started. But when he tried to warn the city, nobody listened. The police chief, Brian Iron, was already in Umbrella's pocket. Chris knew he had to strike at the heart of the beast in Europe, but he knew something else. If he stayed with Claire, the shadow would find her. So he vanished. No phone calls, no letters, just silence. Imagine being Claire for 2 months, the man who raised you, the only family you have left is a ghost. On September 29th, she could not take it anymore. She hopped on her motorcycle and rode straight into the heart of Raccoon City. She was not looking for a fight. She was looking for her brother. But as she rolled past the city limits, the smell of smoke and the sight of blood told her one thing. The brother she was looking for was gone, and the city she just entered was already dead. Think about the psychological weight here. Claire is 19. She finds Chris' office in the RDP station and it's empty. She finds his diary and realizes the truth. He did not abandon her. He was protecting her. She finds his denim jacket, the one with the Made in Heaven Valkyrie on the back, and she puts it on. In that moment, she is not just a biker girl looking for her brother. She is a Redfield taking up the mantle.
Stay safe, Sherry.
They are miles apart, separated by an ocean and a literal hellscape. But they are fighting the same war. The split did not break them, it mirrored them. One sibling was destroying the company from the outside, while the other was surviving its greatest mistake from the inside. By the time Claire escapes the exploding Raccoon City, she is no longer a student. She is a warrior. And Chris? Well, he is about to realize that the little girl he tried to shield is now the only person on Earth who can help him finish the job. The Redfield Split ends where our next episode begins, on a cold, dark island in the middle of the ocean called Rockford. The search for a brother is about to turn into a war for the future of humanity. This brings us to the frozen wasteland of Antarctica. Before you are coming to get me in the comment section, let me say it again, Antarctica. Right, let's go. After being captured at the Rockford Island, Claire is reunited with Chris. But it's not the happy reunion they imagined.
Claire.
Chris! I missed you so much.
I know. But we have to get out of here.
Not yet. We have to find Steve.
Who's Steve?
He's a boy who escaped from that island with me. But then a monster attacked us and we got separated.
So that means Steve is still somewhere in this base?
I'm sure of it.
Claire? What's wrong?
I think I've been poisoned.
They are standing in the home of the Ashfords. This is the peak of the episode. On one side, Alfred and Alexia Ashford, codependent, insane, and obsessed with purity. On the other hand, you have Chris and Claire Redfield, independent, resilient, and obsessed with survival. When Alexia awake from her 15-year sleep, she is not just a monster. She's a goddess of fire.
Which makes me stronger.
If you are seeing this message, that can only mean that Code Veronica has reached a critical stage. The year is 1983, and I am afraid that my only daughter has become obsessed with the Veronica virus. She has even got to the point of experimenting on her own body. My daughter dreams of unleashing this thing into the world. This last step is the only way I can think of to help her. Whether you are on Umbrella's side or not, please help her.
Fire. Chris has to face her alone to save Claire. But this fight is not just about bullets. It's about whose legacy is stronger. The Ashfords fight for their name. The Redfields fight for each other. In the end, the Ashford legacy burns to the ground, while the Redfields flies out of the explosion together. The Redfields did not just survive the Ashfords. They proved that a bond built on love is stronger than one built on a virus. As they fly away from the Antarctic base, Chris makes a promise. This is not over until Umbrella is gone for good. Guys, we are so close to the 100 Coven members. If you have watched the whole video until the end, I am expecting you to comment the word reunited. So I know who are the true Coven members here. I read every single one of them. For the new ones, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I will be back next weekend for the new chapter. Stay paranoid. I'll see you next time.